Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. How are we all?
I have to say, grooming is brutal, as he said.
Grooming is
brutal, like
yeah,
you said.
what was I supposed to say?
I think you on purpose said grooming is brutal. That's tough.
No, the nude, brutal beauty. Oh, it was a tongue twister, people. And I'm a groomer beauty. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, that was a lot to get out of
It's
my
a cool exhibit, though, so I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
Yeah.
It's good. Hey, everyone. It is Australia Day.
Tell us more.
Yesterday was Australia Day
Okay.
in Australia. Today we're a day behind, so I think it's only official that we celebrate it today. And as you can
Got
see
you
the
all
monitor
up.
behind
Yep.
us, yeah, there it
Oh,
is, my
wow.
friend. I thought it'd be fun to give you a few little facts and figures on Australia,
Tell us
because a
more.
lot of people do ask me. So here's a little bit to begin with. Australia Day, everyone, celebrated annually on the 26th of January, and it marks the anniversary of the 1788 arrival of the first fleet of British ships at Port Jackson, New South Wales, which is where I'm from, and the raising of the flag of the Great Britain at Sydney Cove by Governor Arthur Phillip. Now, the first Europeans to visit Australia were the Dutch. Now, the Dutch mapped out part of the Gulf of Carpentaria in 1606 and was the first European to set foot on Australian soil. Now, the Dutch were followed by Dirk Hartog in 1616 and Abel Tasman in 1642. And in 1644, the Dutch named the west coast of Australia New Holland. I did not know that part.
Well, Katie, did you know any of that?
No, but the more you know.
Dig deep, everyone, into Australia. So I thought this could be fun to show you a few bits and pieces.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything you want to know about Australia first?
I know,
I
right?
see you've given it a lot of thought, co-hosts.
Well, I didn't know you were going to ask us what we want to know about.
Well,
Australia.
I always celebrate July 4th for you guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Here's-
what do you all do for Australia Day?
Yeah,
Like,
how do
what
you
are
celebrate?
the typical?
Oh, I was gonna say,
What are
live.
the? No, but like, what are the is it a party?
Australia Day, where everyone sits around and has a tinny,
Okay.
which is what a beer, that's
Right.
very
Okay.
Australian, and they have a barbecue, and it's a public holiday, and so it's a Friday, so if not a Monday, they try
What
to
do
make
you
it a long
barbecue?
weekend. Oh, kangaroo.
That's what I was wondering.
Lamb. Actually, I'll take that back. Lamb is probably the biggest.
Did you say kangaroo?
Well, yes, you can eat kangaroo. It's when you have kangaroo, you'll never eat another piece of red meat.
I didn't know they ate kangaroos.
Oh, well, we'll get some.
Well, let's get some.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm not lying, everyone. I swear to goodness that it is the lowest form of fat
High protein.
and the highest form of protein in any meat that you can get.
Game on, Katie. We're eating
It's
kangaroo.
very good for you. It's very good and very inexpensive.
Okay.
You just go out the back, shoot a roo, and bring it in and barbecue it.
Oh, my
You know what I
goodness.
mean? Like, it's no big deal.
right.
So
Basically a
skin it
deer.
along. Look, I can skin a pig in 2 minutes. I can skin a roo in a minute.
You know what? I like that we're learning more about Troy than
Yeah.
we are Australia.
I don't want to see any of that.
All right, here it is. Australia was the second country in the world to grant women the right to vote. Now, this occurred in 1894.
I didn't know that. That's great. wonder
Well, I
who the
didn't think
first
you'd
was.
know.
Okay.
The Aussie state of Tasmania, which is that little triangle at the bottom of Australia map, has the cleanest air in the world.
Oh, that's a
Cool.
beautiful area.
Yeah,
I've
that
seen
is beautiful. Very cheap to live there because that's where they send a lot of the convicts.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's very cheap to live there. Australia is the 6th largest country in the world in terms of land area. I forgot
Yeah.
about
Not
that.
surprised by that.
Pretty big, yeah.
There are 3 times. This is a problem. There are 3 times as many sheep than people living in Australia.
Wow. I didn't realize there were a
Well,
lot
I
of
knew
sheep.
they got all the
I
sheep
thought they were.
wool.
Huh?
I knew they got all the sheep wool from Australia.
And New Zealand. And New Zealand wool is very expensive.
Yeah.
I actually didn't think we had 3 times as many. The box jellyfish, have you ever heard of them?
No.
Okay, which is found in the waters of the Great Barrier Reef, is responsible for more death than snakes, sharks, and saltwater crocodiles combined. These darn things, have you ever been bitten by a jellyfish?
No.
It is the most painful thing. Now, this type of jellyfish is lethal, as I just said.
Can I tell you a Great Barrier Reef joke?
Yes, please do.
Why did the shark, actually I'll make it the jellyfish. Why did the jellyfish cross the Great Barrier Reef?
Don't know.
Nope.
To get to the other tide.
We always keep
told you that?
high, just comedy level is high here.
Who told you that?
I read it online.
Today?
No, all this knowledge is coming back. You know,
she pulled
the
that
more
one out.
you
She
know,
was so
you've got a
excited.
joke ready to go.
And a few more facts. The record for a jumping kangaroo, okay, is a whopping 9 meters in one stride.
Gosh.
That's
30
se-
feet? Wow.
That's
that-
pretty
is
serious.
that
isn't
real?
it? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how they get the kangaroos to shoot for that record. You know, like.
They're like, come on, you doing it. You got this.
No, because they can see Troy running behind them with a gun. Hey, here's dinner. You know. Hey, 2 native Australian animals, a platypus and an echidna. Do you know what an echidna is? See that one down the bottom?
Kind of
I
like
They're like,
didn't.
little, they're like little anteaters. Are the only 2 mammals in the world that lay eggs to give birth.
That's cool.
That I did not know, everyone.
I love
What about
platypuses. They're not mammals.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Stick to your jokes, Steve. And koalas sleep for 20 hours. This is me.
Yeah.
Koalas sleep for 20 hours a day. That I actually know.
how cute.
Australia is home to the world's largest cattle ranch, which is completely true, called Anna Creek Station, which is bigger than the entire country of Belgium. Crazy, huh?
That is wild.
Australia's dingo fence is longer than the Great Wall of China.
What's the purpose of that?
Do you know what a
fence?
dingo is? It's like a 4-legged, like a dog.
Right.
It's to like separate them so they don't eat all the other animals on the other side. It's you know what is a very, before we don't scroll up, I'll just detour. There's a really great movie that everyone should watch. It's called Rabbit Proof Fence. It's an Australian movie. It is absolutely amazing, and it's about. Back in the 70s, the Australian government and the Catholic Church tried to breed out what we call the half-castes. And most of the landholders back in the day, they had Aboriginals do all the farming.
Right.
But normally the white owner, the landowner, would, of course, you know, play around with the female Aboriginals, and then you would have what they class as a half-caste. And it was very bad of what was going on. But they basically, it was called the stolen generation. And they would they would take the children and put them into another school. And it wasn't until, I think, the late 70s that the Aboriginals were allowed to actually have alcohol.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? But it's really quite... It's
I'll watch it.
because a few
Yeah.
issues. Rabbit Proof Fence, everyone. It's a brilliant movie. Australia has a larger population, if you're ready, camels than Egypt.
I didn't know that.
No, I had no idea there were even camels in Australia.
Oh no, because we
Yeah,
do
I
have
didn't know either.
Well, you know, it's
Right.
a desert.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
huge desert.
And Australian Aboriginal people, which is what I was just talking about, are estimated to have lived there roughly 50,000 years before the first settlement. And they now only make up 1.5% of the population. The population of Australia is about 21 million people.
Wow, that's sad.
Isn't it? But
kinda-
50,000 years before. Do you know anything about the Indians of...
Well, I think it's
Well,
it's very similar though.
is it?
You know, because it's like it's such a small percentage now.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay. Well, I think every country that has issues for their, what's the word? The native population.
Right,
Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. There is always a story that goes along with that, and a lot of countries have a lot of answers to answer to. I think. Don't
Yeah.
you agree? And Katie, we're going to move along. Thank you for indulging me.
thank you for the
Thank
joke,
you for
Katie.
indulging me.
Did you like the information?
Yes, I did. Some of that was interesting. I liked
You
the
seem so
wildlife
fake about
stuff.
it.
No, I was thinking of what I did like. I liked hearing about the wildlife. I didn't
Yeah.
know about the camels and the kangaroo jumps. I thought that was interesting. It was cool.
The koala, the sleeping koala was.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
that's what I look like for 20 hours a day, people. Hey, Katie, you're talking about, is love real? Is love at first sight real?
Yeah, I wanted to know what you guys think about this. Meghan Trainor recently got engaged,
Oh,
and
that's
she's
right.
kind of going viral, saying that she knew on the first date right away, love at first sight, that they would get married. Now they're engaged, so it just kind of got me thinking: do you guys believe in love at first sight? Have you ever experienced love at first sight?
Yeah, like I do to a degree, you know, but I think you get past that beauty point,
Yeah.
you know, after a couple years. So in the big picture of, you know, love, attraction is pretty high in my list, but not love. So
Oh, so you don't believe in it?
I don't think so. No, I mean, I did with Brandy. Like I would see her on campus.
Only because she's watching the show. Hello, Brandy.
no,
we
she-
loved you at first sight too.
Me too.
But it's one of those things. Like I always thought, like she had like this certain beauty, the eyes that like really captured me. I'm an eyes guy, love that. But I think that, you know, it was that deeper level of like really getting to know her, you know, because there's so many beautiful people out there. But I do, you know, those eyes, they can pull you in.
Okay, I got you. Well, I do believe in love at first sight. It's happened twice to me. Literally, it's been love at first sight. And when you say attraction, it wasn't, you know, it's not a big thing about, I do like a good-looking person, of course, but these two people I fell in love with were totally not attractive, but they were mentally stimulating for me.
Right.
And it was instant. And I stuck around,
Yeah.
even though things were bad, even for the relationship, because I was so in love, but yet I also knew it was not going to last forever. Do you know what I
Katie,
mean?
what do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't know. I believe obviously in lust at first sight, but I
Right.
don't think love at first sight is real. But then I'll ask, compare it to
Interesting.
other loves that you've had. Was that stronger than someone that maybe you met?
100%.
You kind of thought, but
No.
then after a couple days, I believe in love at
Second
soon-ish
date?
first sight. I think after a first few dates, you're like, because maybe the person isn't really showing you who they really are. They're
Right.
shy or something. I think love at kind of first sight.
Well,
You know,
I think
third
love
sight
at
or
third
something.
date
I don't know.
at Whole Foods for you is,
I'll be
You're
there
in.
tonight if anyone wants to meet.
oh Lord.
I
In
bring
aisle
my cup.
5, everyone.
Yeah, I bring my cup so I get $1 off.
Oh my Lord.
The girl,
Katie.
just go, she's ready to throw
Okay,
down.
let's move on. Tell us what you think, whether you believe in love at first sight. Our Emily number 6 put it up on Facebook for us. Now, we had a bit of a workout with you yesterday, and you've done nothing but complain ever since. And I know it takes 48 hours for your muscles to get sore.
Right. Well,
So
no,
I'm
listen.
trying to work out how you can be sore from Lydia yesterday.
So we had Lydia from Proof, and Lydia rocks you, okay?
Yeah.
Like Proof Fitness, they're great, and when Lydia's in here, she's making me work. So if you're ever feeling like, you know, you're getting hit by a bus after your workout, your aching body will actually need a little something to help relieve some of those pains and aches. So I came across this, and it's something that's great because I actually used 2 of these items I'm gonna go over.
Last night.
No, not last night. I did. I used one of them. So the first one is the Hypers Venom. And this is like a belt that basically uses cooling and heat technology as well as vibration. So if you've done like squats, if you've done like back bends, anything on the lower back, this is a great thing to run through.
I think it seems like a waste of money to me.
Oh, well, that is actually about $400.
Yeah.
So it's the higher end. Next thing is the Theragun Pro. Love this thing. So if you've got like some trigger points.
You've got one of these, haven't you, David?
Well, we have one of these at the clinic.
I knew you did.
And they're awesome. I'm telling you, if you have a trigger point, the thing is you need somebody to kind of help like on the low back.
Well,
on the
bring it
upper
in.
back. I'll bring it in.
Okay.
And then the next one of my favorites is a free sleeve. So like if you do have achy knees, if you've got like any tennis elbow, this is great just for those because it is going to actually help you bring blood circulation to that area. Next thing is, this is one of my favorites, the Trigger Point
They
Grid Vibe.
hurt. They hurt.
That's what I use. I love that thing. So it's a basically a roller, but it also has vibration in it, so it stimulates the blood flow a little bit better. The next one, I also have this. This is great for trigger points, especially on your back. You can just roll on it. It's got that kind of like tough surface
Yeah.
area, so it's wonderful.
But that's really great, but just very quickly.
Yeah.
Because what it does is it breaks up the muscle, and what's that thing that's in the
lactic
acid.
acid. Yeah, no, it gets in there deep, and you can put this behind
Is
your
that
back.
electronic, David?
No, it's not. You
Okay.
can put this behind your back just when you're driving, trying to rub out an area. It's
That's
awesome.
a big ball.
It's not that big. It's small.
Oh.
It's like a tennis ball. And the last one is the Mobility WOD Supernova and 2.0. It's great. If we can put that up on the screen, if they have it. If they don't, that's
Doesn't
okay.
look like it.
But it's great too. So these are just items that if you're sore and you're having a great workout, rock and roll with it.
Okay. Well, we won't buy any of them.
Yes,
You need to bring in that
them.
punching machine thing.
Manfred has the first one, that whatever
does?
vibrated thing.
The belt.
It's something like that.
No,
but
the
it, like,
$400 thing.
that one, yeah.
Yeah,
he didn't buy that from Whole Foods, everyone. Hey, up next, everyone, we'll check up on the lucky winners of the Ultimate Big Blue Wedding giveaway worth over $25,000. And later on, the Lexington Art League tells us all about an upcoming exhibition, The Nude Brutal Beauty. I got it, everyone. Keep it right here. You're watching Midday Kentucky.